Central for Nshimwa no. Ye den sembe 9 ene tudwa. Edi kan ye magana fo nyina so te say Ghana boka $214 million. 50 January ABC September ewo gold dwedie bi a yedi ye ho. Na ye krampo no ye sesese ka no by 31st December no na edu be $300 million. And only point number 1. Metro the NTMA ye this point number 1 buy. Point number 2 ne say sa ka no as at the time and command buy no na ka no nipa bebre and I said o man ni nim no munim say e ka no free in kitahudie bi a Bank of Ghana any gold board edi and that be a friend of gold for reserves program. Na yen be ye central for nchiemu ne ye san kire mo say adwuma kuo ba ku bi ka ho a ye friend of Bower Rock. Ono eno ye the sole aggregator adwuma kuo ba ku a Ghana artisanal and small scale mining gold nyinara ono to the bread gold board. Na gold board the Akoma Bank of Ghana.
Okay.
Na ne nhyehyeye ne ka ho bi nhyehyeye na o maye no e ka ho bi e na ya boss aka $214 million to $300 million. Etoso mi ensane say yen though I want information ho do bibre na me ba me di bia ba ha say nya bra ye be kokko bi mu no yen nyina press conference ani ma na say simpie so emua obi akumfo say osumasi ana obenten ene courses are loss no dia yenim as a matter of fact ne say 214 million to 300 and if inkita hudi as anyuma ku mienu we any bar rock edie inti point number 3 ne say ye de krata akoma Mr Speaker motion akoma Mr Speaker say ye pese ye bipartisan parliamentary inquiry me kan we twi mu a ye pese parliament sene ye no aman ahodo nyina mu no parliament sinkunwa na mpanimfo akukudama ewo sansem we hu nimdie etena se na enyumaku ahodo ekodi se adwa na omobo ka no ye nto nsamfrɛw enkrata ahodo a ewo mu a wo se banyina no ye first ankrata ni na ye ntoto oma no ye bewie no ye behu nipa na se babia sa eka no ifri bae na mpo kwan e be fa so a ye koye nimu a saade no ensibium no yetumi ahyehye saa nhyehyɛ no etoso nan ene ye kan sɛ enkomo a yedi no sɛ benya agro ena yedi ena nye MPP NDC agro ena yedi ade a sɛ ye mmue ye ni anhwɛ anso ano ntemu a ade papa MPP aban de ba ya nke be koso aboa Ghana economy no eba be ye ohaw mo e de ama ye nsɛm nan a ye kan o press conference no asini.
All right. There are generating public interest pa eka I say about $214 million.
I can call $300 million by the end of 31st December.
And December let's say
$300 million, yes.
Then a who say a cabinet aba. Yenyantie say yes IMF for na ekaye. Then IMF for gina so de kaye tia gina so mo de kaye say e kana be say omutumi nsora kekenka say gold board mabo kase. Then ni nyina so IMF for gina so de kaye tia mo so mo gina so e de yam sense of nhyiemu.
Edi kan ma mentro de ntia ye central for nhyiemu in the first place I can first issue ni say 214 to 300. So Obekaya IMF for Ghana December be 5 no we 5th review no. We no publish a review report. Me a ranking member of the Committee on the Economy. Me dem a copy of the report no buy. Lecture on ma bebre wom. No publish a report no. Na central for ni bi ekoyi sa part no say Ghana boka $214 million. Publish ye pe na ban Emma nyuma ko mienu no issue statement. We a statement gold board for issue here. And we a statement Bank of Ghana for issue here. We take for no here for be statements too ni na. Em say date also here be November be 17 to say then. And we issue sa statement we say. Gold board for statement issue here no. Almost say gold board make loss biya no mo ntia say nkofo keka say gold board e make loss. Bank of Ghana for statement omo issue ye no omo say omo expect say by the end of the year no ombe make loss. In fact uti omo bof no omo say e speculative. Na che say aban through say human commune we no o deny their IMF report no aka. Tie no na ma yen ye be press conference basis so dia say obi antumi na da obi a Nkrumah say already no a loss of so if you say 214 kra a page akobe 300 na fi ma me fa nkom we a copy of IMF report no faith review report no
okay
what up be cover page no
okay all right
afi be page 51 confirm you no be signature shase page 51
perform you know Dr. Kessel Atuforsen MP Finance Minister
yes
and after Dr. Johnson Pandit Esiama yes. Governor Bank of Ghana
omo mi no omo sign letter of intent e wo IMF reporting
okay
na IMF mpanimfo no omo ba once ye wo so we a member of IMF it say eku ye nyina ekodom bi obi ya de nsika kakra ko na ukwa ahokyere mu a wo ye member of ku no what me asere ku ni say eku no mwa enti as a member of the ku no afie bia no eku no mpanimfo ba ukurum behwe won kratam your friend article for consultation and the whole program only program on ba behwe won kratam but so whole program to say the ECF and the omo review nti we review etoso num yen ye wa ban mo no mba ye review sem se be mienza aban we buy no ma ye review sem se be mien we na etoso num omo ba finance ministry Bank of Ghana abani nyuma kwa hudo nyina mukobie mu nkrata mu de mom we page 3 mpanimfo na di report na nim ye ne yefre baako Vitali Kramarenko ena baako ye Gulam Chabet ti de kan say the discussions took place in Accra during September 29th to October 10th. The mission team met with President Mahama, Minister of Finance Kessel Atuforsen, Governor of the Central Bank Johnson Esiama, and other senior officials. It also engaged with the representatives from various government agencies, the private sector, and development partners. In fact, yen parliament say omba bishia any yedi nkomo. Inti wo biye won krata mu nyina de kyerewom. Ombeje wo Excel sheet or spreadsheet ni ade omno mpani for bet na wedi nkomo omo wia na omaye om analysis. Ti omo ne wotena ho ya analysis ni wie na omo say gold dwedie na between Bank of Ghana any a friend is saying gold board modi no ya boka in the first 9 months na ya boka $214 million. Omo di share krata anem no mpanimfo mienu a omo de omo pen esan yase finance minister Kessel Atuforsen any governor of the central bank ti eba ne say na fi all of a sudden aban na dane ne ho se opese o ka kire en say bibia enkoso obi amoka enunti ne say no problem ye ntwetwe no say sreni abasa parliament ensin konwa under parliamentary inquiry yen frem panimfo nyina ne mfa ho krata yen ye information bibre but yen nyimi say a responsible say ye best start ebua obi kumfo wa bra yenye saa inquiry no eno nti no yensi konwa na ye hwene na mame kan protocol ano the IMF kan no o say okay paragraph in fact first one okay no paragraph 36 odi kan ma diagram any losses near ade nyina o say in 2025 through end quarter 3 na say abedu September no losses but is penifoni be say any loss economic cost policy cost the brofone nam ho IMF ne say losses from artisanal and small scale mining door gold transactions component of the gold for reserves program have reached $214 million, mostly on trading losses but also on gold board of takers fees where paragraph 36 of the IMF document finance minister and governor signing omuye no paragraph 56 now or say losses from the domestic gold purchase program and gold board activities should not be borne by the central bank na say say so far gold for reserve program MPP abide by na abra ho kyerɛ ne bae na yesi kasɛm so te Dr. Baumia di ani mai aban ne decided say yemfa cedis ento gold ento Bank of Ghana. Now the cedis to gold to Bank of Ghana yes gold no in dollars into your reserves na be kosro na nkampo se opese wo ton gold ni bi na de nya dollar sabre na ye nya dollar no wenya dollar sa gold for reserves part no ye chemi no ye wo de tofi large scale miners no ho ebia Anglo Gold Newmont ne ade ene ye wo de ye tofi artisanal small scale miners no IMF ehwe nkrata ne mu no mo say ni ye tofi small scale miners ne ho no aboye ka $214 million in the gold for reserves program. Over 56 now, or say sa losses no, I free domestic gold purchase, sa part no. Any gold board for any maybe or more year no. Inisa Bank of Ghana, ye more so sa kano. Now, I was say a buying no transparently or develop a clear and time-bound strategy for scaling down on the program. Na kano, what to me every ho. Osan kokrata ani mu bebre there's a deeper baby o me risk analysis no omo kirem say na ade aye boa yen pa any sa gold prices onim say ene gold bo e be $4,400 an ounce abra nyankopon sum by baumia dae ma this program we buy no na gold bo e be $1,700 an ounce ne uncertainties bebre wo wiase nyina nti no ama gold bo akosoro report ni say adverse scenario analysis, page 43. I'll say gold is the country's largest export and the main source of foreign exchange. Omobogana Koko say a drop in gold prices. Example, related to an easing in geopolitical and trade tensions or a shift in global monetary policy will reduce export earnings and terms of trade with ensuing macro financial and balance sheet ramifications for Ghana. Mami ntire mu wetwi mu. Osi enade a eso Ghana economy ni mo pa no. Gold bo. Na gold ene ye largest foreign exchange earner ene. Na yenhwe yi. Na se niema ama gold bo akodu 4,400 no. Se esote wo wiase na gold bo begina bibie na che se yen solve problem bi awa ha. Ye ba be see that them so obekaya answer na report we beba no abra aban the budget ba 2026 budget no ye debate no dom kuma no asemu ye catch aban say mun sisa ejuma nkasa mo ka asem ba be ye 24-hour economy na mo say na ye mo answer to economic issues mo ba ye no mo nya ho hwe na mom ye program dada ye de ba na mo atu ni din foforo e na mo ye na mo pompe dollars no because gold price cost na yenhwe yie ene se ye pompe na se dollar no ba form ana se seed na ho odin peja na obi kotade na eso atia ye nyina eye de na moment kire se wa solve problem no wa fedro na obi pia ba form yenhwe yie na ochina no price no so tia yansan amman bi si ye dade ma se mo ye kan be early November eno na IMF for ekocha banti we ni yegina so aye say enuanom yem pepre ye ho ye nko ba bia nkofo abra information bebre yem pepre ye ho na emo ye nye parliamentary inquiry Mr Speaker ni yi majority leader ni minority leader ni mpanimfo a wo hu nimdie yensi nkonwa na ye mfra mu ni nyina mra krata bi a we wo krata we wo ho obi di bi abra mi anye we na mbegina so wo original no febra na ye nkom ye behu ni ayaye wo artisanal small scale mining ho a ama ya boka sabre de be $300 million e kwan be na sa aka no bae na den ni betumi aye aso ano ntia no nkomo a yedi na ye hwe nim se Mr Speaker ebetina konwa ni mu a obe ema parliamentary inquiry na abaso na details aye wo nyina no ye de aba wonom so a ehye om nse nyina no ma ba ho aba be yeden abi yi o ma no sa na ye chichiri ne ma wo memo ase
Kojo ye hwe obi ote akiri se me amete akiri me nuanom e wo ha obi ohwe ye wo fie ane bibia obi ano se me di dwa me se maboka eba ne se na me boka e se etumi hu ade potinti a me boss aka no ye ka sei ya boka 214 said the number kan
eko
300 eto na ye to no de boka bebia ye to afre ni de boka ni free ye ana ebedu ye ho na ye kwakoton no ene ye boka no ehifa na sa ka no free baye
meba ho na American catch us in fitiase na ban no try say obedada say ye boka bia eno nti na ma ye san ba be sa press conference yeah press conference ni we na ban ne san ba back so e ka we cry o say first no say e ka bia ni ho ye mo ka bia ye na ban ne san ba be em say on be issue statement say 214 million is swasing a car emra besin bi kono ye boy figures on the better abontin sa ada no say enra on ba be kire figures ni mu afi enra on man fa figures bi amba because sa figures no the better abontin say ye boy car so sin sa e wo gold for reserves program mu emra ba besin ko e wo Bank of Ghana po enye no kure yes in fact I no pay me ba na me kan Professor Assuming or University of Ghana o question no beba be ya no o say aban ni nyai so person dada Ghana for say e ka bia mai na on ka no kure say e ka aba e ka ba fie na question ya will be say ye nhunu ba bia e ka no efiri e baaye na osumasi ana obintin ye ya amaya boka 300 million na ye ntumi nso ano $300 million and now say 3 billion cedis etumi si agenda 111 be dumienu enkwala ya wie school ya pem epe adwuma eno na me kan story say teacher for say dey be implementation ya omo say ntua omka na ye ntua oma ombe co demonstration 3 billion cedis betumi atua omka nurse for ya ka kire omo say be mom automatic posting okay president Mahama ya campaign o ka kire omo say obe mom automatic posting nti omo nto aba mom say 3 billion no e betumi am financial clearance for omo adwuma mu enti aban ni nyai say or they as a press conference ni PR gimmicks no etuetu ankofo ka say o mo be ka say bibi anko so e no de emo bia na mom no mo nyintum say ya boka $300 million na question na wo bisa no yetumi ya bisa sa question ni say na ba ne sen ye boka $300 million e den hihye na ye ama ade ana first ye mmohoka gold for reserves and by the way utie aban spokespersons ni bia on person hye da akosesa enema bi ayen kan ho asem befra na o mka se o akra na aka enra me ame ofa Eric Opoku agric minister nkola no ba akoko daada ne se on beka se PMMC boka $460 million 2024 menim se o kan sa asem na o kan
me kan ba me hu se nyame bi oriental grant interview
yes nkola no ba akoko daada ne se on beka se PMMC boka for say 400
no akasa as obi a watara ma se bejo ma twa wo su e hu no obi na be daada ho arikopoku se
me akasa be ofa nkola no ba ko no ka che na hwe ye aman no de ekoso nyina ye nyina ni we kasa ya we ko free we ma we information
it one ko catch ko say onye
na mesre say asem we aba no asem no mfiti ase ni to wo bia obi ba be kan asem a che say ko kasa ni hwe by the time we be wi no di agora woni mgbegu ase PMMC uko mo nkrata mu a 2023 on make profit 10 million Ghana cedis 2024 no crowd omuko ka che me offer ko poku so on be ka say on make loss no on make profit 178 million cedis correct state interest and governance authority SIGA4 report o correct SIGA4 reporter we page 24 ewu former MD of PMMC na newa obe babontin the details ni na aba ti abani yai say as o pese o ye comparison bi say na loss wa ha na wakofa we abeka ho no nyintum say ya boka $300 million e wo gold dwedie ho na fi question na obi say ne ko ba asen no sa question no yetumi atena se na ya answer sa question ye nse na maka to ye information bebe gold no say amansan dwa no so ye ton $100 a ye wo first ne wo nkofo in the value chain na eto gold no fiti minus no ho ne de akwa amansan dwa so enti nipa na oji gold no wa brochiri $100 no or the sikabema obi a na ye friend no exporter wa Ghana usually exporters no more so aggregators say on to gold no ebedu ho na $100 o aggregator na exporter no ono so describe am obi a friend no buyer ti buyer for no be ko ti say obo ase ne takwa ne keka na do gold buying offices for ho ansa no mo mine gold na nkasa nti ade na $100 no ye to afi mine no ho a ye to no at a discount utimi
yeah
ye to no at a discount ye to no raw amansan dwaso price no because first of all gold na be a dust and a blade and a slate no yen asen wie ye ma unim say ye ahi purity say 99% purity say ye 98% purity nti first one or turn at a discount nti ade e be 100 no e bia nipa or turn or mines ni mo no be turn be 98 utimi na dealer no hye mfimfin
yeah
any aggregator no ono ne de da so baako nti ebedu amanse dwa so na akoye be 100
yeah
and ne bisa wo say gold na omudi ni nyina ma bawa rock eku baako na oto no at a discount and I say oto at a bonus me say afi na parliament e be si nkonwa nti ni nyina nkra ne mu ntutu nkra ne ye wo information bebre but me ma clue nia ye to no wo aha enne na ya chichiri ni na ama eku baako so no na onto no first of all aban ayemra say gold board nkohwe nkonkoto gold board say we appoint self finance aggregator baako ono na ye de Ghana sika man say onkoto gold bisa won say oto no at a discount and oto no at a bonus oto amani pakro bonus and I say oto at a discount iwia gold board nankasa won service fees obeji or na saying fees obeji we are ansana gold no aba Bank of Ghana akachi Bank of Ghana e ba na kachi a rate ben eno dey access gold no na mpo so kasa obe convert into forex a sika obinya no ebe so sika ya spend e dey ato gold na se enso pacho what they are making us me nyina nkan ne mu tutu nkan because na amaka cho na afi na parliament e ba be sin konwa na yakomi na mu any who details ni na
wo kasa bia wo kan se bi se ye pese aban no agitum se waboka $300 million na fi ogitum se wi a na ya hwe se ehefa ne ka no efiri bai gold board ne aban so kire se me moka me me di dwa no me se me moka for instance
o maka che IMF say o maboka
okay
for now
yeah o man kan kire Ghana for so maboka
me buy no me buy no me the IMF krata finance minister and governor signature chassis page 51 Dr. Kesela to force minister for finance Dr. Johnson Panit Tesemo signature na chassis and IMF was stamp so maka ni na kire so o maka kire IMF say o maboka IMF akachire wiase nyinara se Ghana banya ma yaso ate se o maboka 240 million
okay
na se o mokoye press statement bro se o momoka eno na ukurem
enye press statement per se se ono no se meba meba ono no se o moka
meba sabotre sabotre
o se ono no se o moka sabotre and na wo so se wa boka
enye me na me se sabotre
enye wo I'm not referring to you as a person
no dey sabotre ma
as a person
me tumre ma kire osie
say
me kura IMF document
good
and I say signatures here was me dey actually wo kura na wo kan
finance minister and government
and I say o ma catch IMF ma IMF sa document we say IMF publish it to IMF board we are say IMF shareholders need directors countries say IMF nyina o ma publish a catch rom so o ma boka $240 million me tumra kire osie nea wo say obi si o mo ka no pa cho e dey document
meba ye ne obakasa enura kwa Nurudin Abbas right enura obafie ha ama ye disase mu hu nkomo ama ne kan say wo mo boka se de ababonti amoyo press conference no ento mo so adinchiche mu aba a kire say omo mboka bia for as we speak
Nurudin Abbas okay
as we speak wo mo nyi to mo so maboka ye ka say abanti na wo ka say Professor Suman what kind of document be or say abaning into so waboka monso say abana boka enti say abana boka mpampa de a ene na de entia ye say abana boka 300 million no enu nie eye say enti na abana boka Enti sabana anya ntumu dia monka na munabanji tumu dia mobeka.
Yankaza pacho team me ka choro say press conference na say can say you calling for parliamentary inquiry. Asem we yembe settle no studio ha o. Obi a feel say asem we say ye better na studio ha say aba be settle. Na nipa kro ne sebi na dwimo ha. Asem we nya sama ye kogina ase ho na ya ba be ka say me say wo say da bi. Metu mira kire wusie. Anya go ne yedi wo krom ha o. Ghana for sika $300 million. Ye di aboka. Na ye say ye fair parliamentary inquiry. Me the IMF document a tell say what catch IMF what sign ase e ma IMF for publish say what boka 214 million. But me rashi emwa okumfo ye nkot na parliamentary inquiry ase so bible mu dinsie ne so all the documents contract na dey nyina na ye interrogation one by one obi say ye say Nurudin Abbas say omomboka na Nurudin Abbas say omomboka me dey fam
gold board penny other gold board anu akasa kasa omomboka
okay say okay Nurudin Abbas and man bone
yes
Sami Jamfino so akasa incident document na
ekura Sami Jamfina na news file so akasa omomboka
I know your problem
meba said ya wo kanu said ya wa kan say IMF document ni anya hwe na anya hwe omo so nya document ni bi akenkan omo ya aware of it and omo say
me say eno nye problem
enti say no momboka no e pese hu say e ka no mabo no say IMF dey na mogina so dey ka fine IMF for to be chire mu say e bia e ka 214 million no mabo no ai e ke ka 300 million
problem ba kokra
yeah IMF for ye hunu ni say because IMF for kan transfer ye hunu ni say e bia gold board e say internet kan ba ye Bank of Ghana e say internet kan ba ye I am before to reach the code potting into ya. I can buy.
How much? Nadia, I can't show went Tiana. And Yaman Kwana meeting time said, okay. Mammy San can't show you. Okay. Mammy found paragraph 36, first of all. Almost say in 2025, artisanal and small scale mining door gold transactions component of the Gold for Reserves program. They are toffee small scale miners hono make mau key be say ye cd ni na ma company back Bawa Rock ono no handle ono na aban edi sika ma no ono na Bank of Ghana sika no ye de man say onkoto na to a or the aba gold board so a charging the fees first of all no turn at a bonus utie me on turn at a discount or turn at a bonus oyo the aba gold board the omo fees ene o ma saying cost at so if we are fees and assaying cost no ni na Bank of Ghana cow if we are na Bank of Ghana eba best seno at a rate Bloomberg mid rate enuru sa rate we say what am I say good obi biara otie yin bia no obebisa no say send yere kwa kotọ ade ukrum no kotọ ade no 15 ebeton 10 a omoka
oboboka
good meba na me point ni yen they are requested for ye nyina nkran ne muntutu nkran maka to say mo ye mbesete wo studio ase they are requested for a parliamentary inquiry nti obi bia o feel so wo view bia on say since I hear press conference no me nkasa because me person me litigate assembly in the court of public opinion they be kwakotna committee nanim na ya go through it one by one obi bia o feel so wo information bia ho na obeba document a ukra say document here ukra me ye mfa ne say they are making me boa and I'm bet now studio na me am print me document na make obere hu enu nti ne call committee of inquiry na document ko na kan obere obe tender official source of the document no committee ne be check it ye be hu no kura wo nti obi bia o say o information bia ye ne obi an argue
on famra
obi a nti obi an support parliamentary inquiry ni say a good idea ye call parliamentary inquiry no obi an fa ne de
Kojo dia okay
kan go board mra ne say gold board ni oman bia ye contract obi a ye contractor e o say sa contract ni na ye publish it one contract ni bi one bi ana
well me hwehwe nti binya hu ni
Bawa Rock na unimpo say company bi o ho ane from sa ye na e be ka kire mo ye 9cb bi so aye ma me ka sa se
sa Bawa Rock e be ba ho
me ba enu nti no so mu nyina apia se ho na Bawa Rock na beba anamboa e ho na contract na ama omo nko an omo tumi aggregate artisanal small scale mining gold no e beba because to ewu hu bi
enchechiremu a wo de aba
publishing and was enye enchirechiremu emra no se publish won publish ye emechirechiremu ye co committee nani ma say the contract no beba na nyina ya kan bi ana wo pese obeka bi
that kind pa
good nti ebe co committee nani
Kojo the okay kan here about artisanal small scale miners no e dey say ye twifo e dey na ye twi program dey be gidi say ma ya hwe 40 dey okay na se a anke betu abo e dey port na IMF kan fa sa you know how can come broadcast
almost say gold for reserves what we say time about me ade domestic gold purchase program by na ejina 9 years so sabre no mame kai we tifo ne wahwefo abakosem kakra sabre no na yakwa ahokyere ma ye dollar supply e wo fom utie me enti dollar yehia e de akra fan wo ne ne mafia amanone no ye nibi enti ne problem and answer you fears about importing oil. 2 na ye dollar no esuanenti no eso te nti na ye forex your problem with forex and sana say your friend is saying Moody's ni Standard & Poor's ni ade on be assess o economy a ye hwe wade bia ye say usika da ho ye sen your core account mo usika da ho ye sen potoka say my friend no gross international reserves it will be crown power to me net international reserves your reserves na wo form nti the ayeru about me Emma, if you say and say, yen started a DB friend domestic gold purchase program. Ghana nankasa, yen facid into gold. Na yen fa gold ninko kanya reserve no ho. Ye de kanya reserve no ho, ye kanya sike da ho, ye be kanya gold, ye gold ye ne ka ho no. Ni assessing in dollars. Abe this program ne buy, na ne kese nankasa no. Ye tofi large scale miners no ho. Newmont ne ho ahwa ne ade. Large scale miners no wo to gold ni free om ho a. Omankasa ye om assaying. Omankasa yo processing this issue of I will say you tua bonus and san omaton gold na mine bi no enti bo a wo benya from gold a wo to large scale miners no ho no e wo ba bi e wo se wo jaye no na ka se wo ba be to small scale gold miners wa first of all wo koye no se wo say o man bonus and san no de amount ana me bo woman ade ana nka small scale first you turn a discount na say say wo turn at a bonus who could didwa ade the first na turn 200 we say 200 no to area just say to nipa wo to ade no afi ne ho no bonus 20 cedi discount into wo kai ahe say 220 so wo balance ade na wo turn no eye 200 a wo be boka na wo boka be 20 me say first no near top the bulk of it if you large scale miners ho and now ban we buy wasesa na now on sesa no what am I say osesa ni wie ye no
wasesa no
na so we are west wasesa no
every meaning
oh come on eja kwa na now ye unti Nkrumah na aban we bisa no so when the gold board and the gold board and the gold board uni Nkrumah say
so okap gold board na me say we say wasesa no from so you to large scale minus no
me say the bulk of it the majority of it near to large scale
say Newmont no money
yes say the majority of it no more 12 small scale for no
okay
and no cramp no match chira ma adwuma ko baako
na no fum so wo ho
why now we refer to some of the programs me pese me litigate ma asem wa say company na branko for start bisa company no ho asem no aban chire mu ne say tete no na company no auto gold Emma aggregators oma aggregation akese no nemo obi epon ne say obema aggregator license no aggregator bi a unqualified aggregator na kwala na ono no koto gold every aggregator ono pe no qualify
criteria be no mre to sabre no for you say obetumi to gold
ni na be ba wo
omo kan say obi insurance omo fa insurance
inquiry ni na be ba wo inquiry ni
sa no ma nchechema mo de aba
ni na be ba wo inquiry ni mo
nchechema mo de aba no
na me say be ba wo inquiry ni
say answer na obeto gold na ma ye
be ba wo inquiry
so tumi ni obi obobo chidom say insurance
be ba wo
bia wa nya ma ye a
be ba wo
inquiry
be ba wo inquiry
anti enye mra pan ya obeto so de aton
inquiry ni mo
not until say beba no I see to be nya ho empopoi kakra
omo na echirim ye say ye pe inquiry under the inquiry no they would one akan afi would your friend is saying document of the criteria na beba would so say German companies be 30 na apply old aggregators no say then be 30 na apply but be unqualified na mom o mabofra ba ko no supply om no on na qualify no so would ni na beba ana meboa o de beba e ho na o de ba yin na ye be control it but maka cho say me njina nkran mu tutu nkran me be litigate ade a ye ba be we enquiry no me ma be litigate wa ase
na onipa na ye ba be ye enquiry na fa no ho no a chirichiri mu say yes ya ba be to ade no ye ne say ansa na ye be ma on kwa ma auto special eyes so de abre ye no ye hwe kwan say ubenya obi obobo chidom obama nsechi ba obe guarantee di amount as an insurance company insurance and as be it say the be ya ekoba say wontumi an say wo ye no a insurance no e di sika be man no aba be je firi wo nchen enti bra omo ye ne saa no edwumekuo be ye mienu miensa bi na ka wanka wo betumi eduru hu no wo mo ni saa insurance ne sanhye no so enu ti ene edum si nchen na as we speak ikura no wo mo tumi akọ rectify a wo mo ho kwan a wo mo so ahyase so wo mo ebetubi
wanka se wo mo so ahyase etobi wankasa
okane say
wankasa
okane say
osi asad na no ba akopɛ na mienu na aka no ɔmo sika through Bower Rock na Bower Rock ni discount ma ɛwɔ na de na wo kan no I've seen it on your phone
no me
phone
say nanum nsam na ɔka Kojo yi nanum nsam na ɔka Kojo tie nanum nsam
me argue wa ha
nanum nsam na ɔka nanum nsam ɔka na me gina so edi bi sama
me no argue wa ha enti sansem we nyina no nipa kro a wo ɛho ancestors no so obeba ana ɔma obeba inquiry na ba bi ya no na yeso other alternative eyi a ɛwɔ no ye de ato na ni
so na ko se ebia sa inquiry sa
wo kan 214 million to 300 million dollar e kana ya bo no ase ehu hia
da bi o kasa me no nya adwene
ehu
hia me
good
pa na so me nyina so nka se ehu hia me ni ntino sa se bi wo hon se bibisa
no problem
e se temu bi ati ba do bi aso timi ase e na me bisa se yemfa ni se obi for instance yemfa bi witi se bra PDS yese esese enye nsechi ba betumi abose na be ya adwuma ko ba gige esika no ye betumi enye esika back ye tumi anya ne se de se ye no sika no kodi ba bia ba pem ne yensa ntumi nkan enti ehu bi penti na abose we dey in the background na ordinano ato nchen enti no ye si de enti no e bia hwe kwan se adwuma ku oba beto gold na maye no eso tumi nya adwuma nsechi ba bia e betumi ata na chi wonyine sa no kra betumi abo ma abo man no sika ho ban esen se be betumi agya bia ye bi keke
bia wo kan mi nka ho asem
da bi mi bisa
na me say I'm not going to litigate ansem no
that me bisa
wo right so be bisa
say adwumakuo na
don't worry
ono nko a
me say wo right so be bisa na me say me so right to say me you wa no they are make catch on say we mu nyinara a issues a ye dey ba inquiry nanim tempere wo ho ye beduru ho Mr. Nyankopon so ma wo nkwa o me nkwa o ma nyina nkwa ye beduru ho ye duru ho a criteria ko a more establish no somebody be bane akom wonim say for example eno na metie opening back analysis o say eden emra enema eho kwan say yenkukuru Bank of Ghana sika no wo a ye de ama o second akoto no yenkukuru Bank of Ghana sika no ma wo na wo so no wo de ama obi foforo so no na onkoto meanwhile the competitors nyina wo se omo de omo nko bank ne ade nko gibisia meanwhile sika wo de man no zero interest rate e dey mmra ene ma kwan na mmra na wo musa na am so pani me no de me ni answer ba ye ko enquiry na nimu a panifo na ye sa na omo ba se be bisa wo no ma yi ano tempre wo ye de ye press conference ye message su nema 9 ye kan one obi obeka che say ye mbo ka bia oboa ya boka 214 million asad now be 300 million two e kano enye se obi na ebo ni tirimu aka aban na nkasa na de ne sa she krata ase e de ma IMF mpanimfo se eyedwedi efi Bank of Ghana ni gold board ene boss aka ye kra ya catch se adwuma ko ba ko kan we friend Bower Rock ono na ya chichiri bibi ade ama no na practices aye koso ene nsisa ye o masesa between old program ni new program no edi mu akotene number 3 ye say ye pese ye co parliamentary inquiry nanim obi biara a wo ho krata contractor also publisher o mo publisher yenti a wote aka chem say we say we actually mu say no obi a de beba obi a de the contract no ba because committee of parliament no you have the powers of a high court to subpoena the attendance of witnesses to compel the production of documents. Into to make say me say what the document
say okay say metia na me say me ka say you wo say metia na me ka say we see ya onipa na me ka say mo dey afa no ho no e dey bi say question no enyo obi hu no obi o beba obi o wa ban mu na yo obi so a gold board no da no and no ka say question bi obi bi sa na no mu say mo be ka and dey bi say
document no wa hu bi
the other mommy say we IMF
exactly
and I will say or machine sign and I may say
and I make us say the nipa ne can when the document ni bi
the document be say
nipa o catch or say or insurance guarantee now or criteria be nipa cho we insurance guarantee ni criteria no we hu bi ana
say be a document say the other
and I may be say
me nya hu bi
oh nti na make catch or say nti inquiry na anymore yen the document we nyinara ebeto anim NDC fo ni MPP fo ni Mr Speaker ni
enti mu gidi so mo qualify ba for no mo qualify
TV ni ade nyina be ho ye de nyina be gu ho afi de ewom ni de nim ye nyina ye besesin ho ye mpre ho kra
Kojo ye hwe wo kan say be about onunya for Erikopoku ye besan go back to okakra wo so kan say
PMMC making loss $460 million.
Okay sisi am producer kagu masum say sansam na wo kan no enye sa na tie nti wo so wasani video bi enti prince video na wo say yes aka na
one story on CTFM
enti wo de o see video say any video de yentie yenhwe de o kan
e be san ye dey appreciate what man say sir enti hwa 2024 hwe de see 2024 no eye last year san na ye ba office no gold ya to ya de reserve ni nyina na ye 45.3 tons 45.3 tons so 45.3 tons at that time na the value a 3.1 billion dollars 3.1 billion dollars ay artisanal you know say PPMC operation mon ton free
da be mon ton free
it 3.1 billion 2024 no Bank of Ghana a report to say a car your boy as a result of Niama Machurumu a 4.84 billion Ghana cedis.
For $3.1 billion.
A car your boy a 4.84 billion Ghana cedis. Now 4.84 billion so we use a net exchange rate. So what they 10.8
yes.
Because and bank rate near 10.8 nyanta bank here 10.5 na bank for the 3 akana here 10.8
sure.
So you see 10.8 no cry around $460 million 2024 and your car gold for reserve no a bottle ho obi what must say there $460 million but and it has so back a woman say you book $460 million now you gold 3.1 billion at the year so when year gold book so near see a cotton sike benya no a swan between a we say every honor and I'm but in the books there a sign reporting mechanism of Bank of Ghana omisu interbank rate you know so loss way and show now NDC about power you introduce gold bond. Now, my background to the introduction of gold bond. In 2016, President Mahama now also took India. Now, Okoye program be honum. Gold for reserve no a bottle ho. Obi, what must I say there? $460 million. But, and it has so back a woman say you book $460 million. Now you gold 3.1 billion at the year. So when year gold book so near see a cotton sike benyano a swan between a pure we say every honor.
Tiawa said ya na walk na o can be say
be say abutre nti dia meka ene no kra na anya no kra
say
say o say aboka $460 million
o bono year ben 2024
okay ara me boa
2024
ena makan omo your friend say omo report actually me say na wie na kwesi awia
no be chirichi
o beba be mamo details ni na siga report ewom $178 million
and if I saw
CD's profit.
Okay.
Don't rush from there. They are me offer any evidence no ebobra evidence no Siga report and Siga report no crampo NDC aban apen so and omo issues our report no o make a profit of 178 million cedis it is asem dan number 2 wote ya no say 2016 and President Mahama no ko India na no person me gold for reserve wote ye hey number 2 da ben na obi ti wo Nkrumah say 2016 President Mahama no say obey gold for reserve wote ye enya no kure NDC aban 2013 ebedu 2016 na omunya currency pressure omenya solution back to the currency pressure yen ba 2017 abedu 2020 na niema mu edakrojin 2020 ye ho kire yen afi currency pressure start by no by 2021 ena Dr. Mahmoud Baumia introduce domestic gold purchase program. In fact, that will introduce here no. Manfa copy of speech number. So uko speech na Bank of Ghana penning for airborne abaso. Say ya tena Chrome half it in 1957. Ebesi ne. Ade we yen share that my adwin course. Na ade we a wo de aba no. Ebe transform the Ghanaian economy. In fact, on the 19th of August 2024, ye ko Cape Coast. Baumia speech opa me send o copy say o producers no. Send uncle for send you video say born ma me send you video say born.
But be producers and send it.
Say me for ana me boy.
Enti tie o ka say me nkofo a na you are referring to me as a by no the Kojo adwuma no ni adwuma no enti obi for the cancer anka enya me ba wo ni adwuma ne say as a host of the show
ma chance me worry ma send video ama o producer.
Thank you.
Obi mpe me nua so no te say wa ono so mo my 19th of August 2024 Cape Coast na me jina obi and Dr. Baumia chair gold for reserves program ni cover by this obi be catch we say President Mahama na 2016
odwe ne ho a
enye no correct me ma another example gold board in sise na omo aye no so be kai abrom de ba parliament a ye ho adwuma no ye catch we say one mon kano kre say ye domestic gold purchase program ni de buy no eno na mo pese mo to aso na mpo no kra mo ye den mo de kwanim o ka no kra wungu but two ade bia mo ye no e de nsunsan so bo ne bebre den ade mo de regulator functions any commercial operator functions no mo de abom ahye adwuma ko ba ko ase na ye sre mo nyado enka mo nchem adentia because PMMC no na a commercial entity ya shenu dwetre say onko to gold and ton diamond nke kan ya de no nya mfaso mfemre Ghana emana mo de buy no mo se mo ti ne bobre so from commercial entity to public corporation no enye so oba be adwuma enya mfaso otumi boka e de bre aban na mpo na ban be man sika saa time no mo se be 270 million dollars so on fento gold asama ya catch am ne say na gold na yemfa Ghana sika eneto abrofo discover ne anani scanning to see this near the attorney they send there and then na fe person de Ghana sika na enso akwan teacher for ne ade person de no ene koto na uye ne sa na de no fra regulatory function na ya ye catch us ube boka videos ni na ube boka
nti
ye kan na ban say omo no omo doso Ghana
producer so wafa
mami land we number sabotre mami land we
na the wafa ba
ye no aban ni sin ya de obeden obetie e no call ahead na why say anhihye we ya ene ono aye regulator ono aso a commercial operator na regulator no ono no obi ye bone e wo so otia no obi a wo ye bone a wo ko tia no ye tia no bonus obi a wo say obesmoggle ubi bi so say denti na omutua bonus na say to avoid smuggling na obi a onya smuggling obeye a wo pese wo tia no ye tia no bonus tu be wie na obetua no bonus wo be charge o service fee no say ni ade be wo be wie be du Bank of Ghana ho a world market price no de obi animo be wie no bonus afi wa boka na no ne ye ka se wo de any problem ye nko singunwa ne ye nko into details
okay
obi mu asem no ne poma sibre
wo fa wa homa no so erikopoku
that's fine
ona bo ma chi ona bo erikopoku ma chi ona bo erikopoku ti me ka me mo chi o me say wanti yanka oti yanka nanka wɔse ɔwɔ anu yie baako mmienu mmiɛnsa bi ɛwɔ nkɔmɔ yie di no nam sɛ wonyama na homa no atom ananka yɛnti deɛ ɔbɛka na afei mmemmra Kojo so na honorable timi nka maache
Maju so minia.
Yo, yɛda se pii ne wo mmerɛ na no pa fihyia pa nso.
Afekɔbɛte afɛsɛ ne ho denden.
Wo fa se na Kojo Oppong Nkrumah na wo kase wo se wakɔ kanse bi a nyɛ saa na tie enti wo se 2016 na mampani mahama sɛ wo kɔ India no ɛba na adwunum sɛ ɛsese etumi to gold ne ne manema na nya no korɛ ɛna no akyi nso na ka bi a na wo se ɛda hɔ no saa ka ne nya no korɛ sɛ PMMC for enya fa so over 100 million Ghana cedis 178 million Ghana cedis wo 2024 wona samne nya no kra na woka
Yo mini amame na wase na menchia me ofa se Kojo so
ofa meju so
aso bibia aboko de
bro nya manto nka ba me ho
eno me ka se me ofa se intelligent e an ka tro
de no manto
okay ba mi se gwa gram say masma me ka ye no eni na ni nyina nso e recorded e video me say gold na for reserve na ye no 2024 no Bank of Ghana ebo ho ka $460 million Bank of Ghana report me wo copy na explanation mo de ma me kire ni nyina mu ene say ye to gold no retail price e di sia de bra wo mo no mo de interbank rate no e check value na shortfall no wo ho e di sa ka ba ye no ya fa nko se PMMC ya ka se Bank of Ghana ka abe na de the same procedure no e de ka bia ba ye de ko se gold bond na ye mo Bank of Ghana bi. This is my argument. In two tier, Mr. Who you so interbank rate every year Bank of Ghana a car move good. It's me say and your PMMC and your gold bond and our car more cano. Name me a Bank of Ghana on the transaction retail price and then interbank rate of the second and they can buy. My argument in it is oh yeah argument say Sikana me ka fi abɔ saa aka no kra ka se Bank of Ghana abɔ saa aka no na me fa ho document report nyina from Bank of Ghana and from Metuja but so ka se me su PMMC and abɔ saa aka na central bank rate at the kaba and your PMMC ka in fact me wo video me ka se se mo de ko se gold board se na ka yo se betimi dia se PMMC o ni nyina wo video ni mu enti mo ba se e ka no ye 4.84 billion Ghana cedis. And we use to current interest exchange rate. So we use current exchange rate now. Gold for reserve, no. A car 2024 Bank of Ghana bought here, and which is recorded and reported in their books. Our more explaining is differences in the retail exchange rate on the gold, no, and the interbank rate. As I said, Kojo, this one you know.
But can I respond?
Me men a year me de ko ene say e kana mo fi aba no enye gold board na abo e Bank of Ghana as part of the strategy of the implementing of policy no and e dey sa kan buy na fe o ka say me say PMMC and na abo ka say na wo divert no
but can I respond?
Me ba jo respond.
Okay, me buy asma me catch Jacob na ni say me ame wo fa Eric Opoku obi akoka asema kire no Emma na come City FM online na report it. Me too
and your city for a mistake.
And me copy was say the Minister for Food and Agriculture Eric Opoku has disclosed that the Precious Minerals Marketing Company recorded losses of about $460 million in 2024.
Don't hear the video, no.
Recorded $460 million losses in 2024 under the previous New Patriotic Party. To make catch and say, as we enya no kore na Precious Minerals Marketing Company omo make a profit of 178 million Ghana cedis.
That's right.
That is a matter of fact.
That's right.
Mo they abayi offer they are can say who Bank of Ghana report be a say there was a loss of 4.8 billion cedis.
Yeah.
Next nyame say eda nyame be adoma yin na be ko inquiry no. We na ebe boa yen sa report no ba.
In fact, me saw me sa wo a year request for information obi ko request this information from a Bank of Ghana no more respond to say ampa e de ka we say so
sa pepe
o mo state reason
na sa information we nyina ba parliamentary committee na ni
then mam jo Kojo the Bajo Matio Nina about the Subanati afen so me sa kan say go for reserve no enya bia Dr. Bawumia na liba Ghana na who say joy for a report to say omo fact check actually say Dr. Bawumia na liba me can figure say Kojo you know say 1960 and Ghana started say gold reserve e Ghana me boa
they are okay we Kasari ma me respond o
and from 1960 you go this year 1977 you go this year 1980 in fact 1980 crown Bank of Ghana records say na gold reserve near what 10 tons it is extra say we be can say oh young gold for reserve near you bia and say you be that e ya bia me capture say extra 1960 enye adefo fra Dr. Mahmoud Owiya na de Ghana
over Bacho mami you no okay. Abra the gold for reserves program bar in the year 20. In fact, the domestic gold purchase program bar in the year 2021. No, Yankasi ka say Ghana gold reserves are na ye won na sa time no na 8 tons.
Excellent.
Next, let's say Ghana ato gold da from independence. Every sa time na not total gold 8 tons. But of a difference ni gold that Ghana nya fit independence edibedu 2021 8 tons na enye under a gold for reserves program wa ye di Ghana cedi eto gold from the network you create here in Ghana into a mechanism no to boost our reserves na ye dia ye ni LBM for any London Metal Exchange for any other global platforms way in 2021 when Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia mooted this idea, the idea was that you need forex you need in fact your low reserve says that time Rebecca honana Moody's I started downgrading and the idea was that they say young first cedis young to gold waha young boost your reserves well for no in 2 years you move from 8 tons to 30 tons, an addition of 22 tons in 2 years. And it is a matter of fact to say the gold for reserves program currently being operated. These cities, to local gold. Now you can reserves. Any even the component of it's a gold for reserves. Now it is a product of Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia and the MPP administration as it currently stands.
This is Margaret. What support Margaret not all right? Me see. Me can was a power say Ghana started to gold say a year reserve as far back as 1960.
But that is not the gold for reserves program we are talking about.
But you say extra you saw gold say the year reserve. Next time I not me the top gold ni be go so reserve. What mean am the gold the year reserve.
Enya the crop we dey need him enya the crop. Enya the crop kwa. Because for example Senkasa strategy we say wo hwa any dim enkabra Yewura Mahama be the president first time see the started tanking you know so strategy we wo hwa enko be use when you want to know
but Kojo well say mo be dia Kojo no na gold I have for the for reserve no 8 tons.
But then you under gold for reserves program.
The
whole structure of the program is very different. Reserves.
Me pacho say mama Kojo enchim kakra because bofuka sa ekobe nye reserve. Enti no sa 1960 reserve year na honorable Elkopoku kan any ye na nsen ya say no so good for reserve no difference be na dey
enti se ofa central banks we wiase nyinara omo calculate omo reserves na there were different components of the reserves titru na ya na bi omo foreign exchange omo forex ankasa ansa na tori bi omo precious metals any commodities na precious metals need you know ye were global platforms to say London Metal Exchange. Oko Luxembourg, ye wo akese ni bi wo ho. Into Oman and Casa because your friend is saying forex in the ochina ho kire wa utumi sese bi de yade. But to ben say amaya nyina no. Wo mo top gold ni bi fi global platforms no so. At the back of currency. In fact, we call London one of the largest reserves of gold to back the British pound. And you're very different from Omaya one kasa utu gold ewo umen. Na ube kasa upe reserves into wako to omudi ni bi the account there no. But you tell me. And on 1957. If you say ye bia up until 2021. Now your gold reserves are top from those platforms in 8 tons from the global platform.
You tofia man on na mo no.
And you say
ya dia you
where was a unique programmer. Abra yeni reserves. Abra yeni forex. Abra na ye ho akire for oil no. You decided say ye the cities ebeto local gold. Na ye kan reserves no ho. Na se womo assess sa gold no in foreign exchange na one ebema ye gross international reserves no aye den emu peja na ye nko that dia na ye ni bia ya kwa ama no ne say ye koto gold from the global platforms no so what am I say this was a very distinct program na mpacho wofa ye nka se nka ya mpa say titini na no na gold for reserves program ho. Okay. Tiebane say na a program yes and launch in 2021 obi anka we number 2 ebane say na in 2024 public programmer Dr. Baumia, and that's the video that I've given you. Dr. Baumia outlining the whole program structure and benefits no obi ambo ho wada na NDC babemu na omu use the same programmer and then the NDC force na program dada
facha wona phone suit mo no sima ni anko
yo ajoba brother was say em say argument on the make mu nyina ne say 1960 no e hona ye started with PMMC no na omudi ye diamond something ye started here na omuta ye pa Nkrumah de shas ye say e wo say ye gold no ye BBC say be ya achina bi say ahotre ba e ba kopa engineer friend reserve in 1960 no ye started with 5 tons. And the year kakra by 1980, now you were 10 tons of gold. A year gold reserve at Bank of Ghana, Eddie Gold with Ghana. You have got gold from London at the buyer. If I London for a year gold, and I'm going to say every day at the coin. If he BPA 2021, and I'm going gold reserve now, or see a person more, you never become. I mean, you must say, Ghana, you talk gold in your reserve with the Mona Mobile, Dr. Bamiana, they reserve bar. And I'm saying, Debbie, your record on Tressa, your record says Ghana started the gold reserve from 1960. It's one thing I saw no moment a day gold reserve for some bar Ghana has it. Now, some gold reserve no crowd, not the buyer. No. 3 years in intersection, Bank of Ghana, Boka Kesia. When you now say captured in Bank of Ghana report, our Bank of Ghana will say, the entire amount of Boka say, omo discount money and to gold now. You to gold no, and you sue retail exchange rate. Because Bank of Ghana at the dollar normal banks now, our rates or them are no banks also do omo the crack and only a discount to gold no. And it's also gold now the Command Bank of Ghana. Bank of Ghana they call the books back. Or no used to the interbank rates. It will use to ya net difference now by day. Abetum say Omaboka. But some losses no. And yet agent they say gold board no koto. Gold no and a board cannon. And then yet PMMC now or your agent got gold in a board cannon. By about what Ghana operational strategy no and this how can here they buy. It's the area of your press conference there. Some fee gold bond. Akoboka say ya and your truck.
Jinawa Pacho Jinawa Menko. Your press conference aye no. And your man 9 and your kind. Yes, one, Ghana boka $214 million to $300 million. 2, a canufin kita hudia between Bank of Ghana and Gold Board. And then we added a third layer, as a bar rock okay. 3, yes, a parliamentary inquiry to get into the details of this matter. And 4, you perceive next time, sir, a kawe say, babium.
Okay.
One kasa unkola ebino, one kasa set to a question. and no more answer. Pacho, meba. Okay. More call be no answer to question. In fact, starting no between Gold Board and Bank of Ghana. Also more
No.
Yes.
Bank of Ghana cancer.
Oh, I say Bank of Ghana statement. Me dey say what? Okay, yeah, what time? Bank of Ghana statement. Bank of Ghana statement. Me dey copy about studio I say.
Yeah, be for
the statement no.
Okay, cause why?
Almost statement no. Almost say speculative. Initially, no, the view was that the two government institutions were seeking to deny Sekaba. When we produced paragraph 36, paragraph 52, and the entire IMF document, I feel no more say, okay, Eka no cry lower than previous Eka. Yeah, baby, a say parliamentary inquiry, but let it be clear, say, yen setting question, Emma Nipa back, or more or set question, and on person use. In any case, wafa. Bank of Ghana document now can ma forward copy to Jacob Nasa and the producers and Fentoso. Ma make paragraph 4 no. Also the history of monetary management has revealed that while gold in the reserve cover mix was not given much weight, the managers of the economy during the 1960-61 financial year took a bold decision to increase the amount of gold to be held in the cover asset mix for the city. Yeah. As a result of this decision, Pachotemio, a small amount of refined gold valued at around $3.7 million at that time was bought overseas and transported to the bank's vault. Sir, initial reserve now no more wafa ahobrasiem overseas gold. Me a copy of the document amount. Okay. This document is from 2021. Bank of Ghana. What the amount me who hanti. Me the amount who producer. I'm projected on the screen.
I know your Bank of Ghana.
I know your Bank of Ghana document.
Okay.
2021.
Honorable Kopoku, where the minimum say
overseas. And this one is a totally different program.
Me that say minimum say who adwuma bi ye enti ye ba mo aba so ahu.
The diagram remember na me there was so am opportunity. Na me offer as ya say na me pesa me offer as can say me o say e kana 214 no
say say gold offer
okay o say gold board any Bank of Ghana interaction and you bet you can the same way say the 2024 no PMMC any gold Bank of Ghana interaction you bet you can say pepe
offer say kabi wo wa ye free inquiry na me offer tell say document
me Kojo
na say PMMC na be gold board enti say a gold board ne Bank of Ghana na dey sanfum so na ba dey na ba dey and say kabi ba PMMC abreso e dey na say
krata na ba
PMMC and Bank of Ghana na boss aka na sa
na ba ni ahwema the inquiry problem be any ho and no thing call for public inquiry
me concern is say me offer it you me concern is say NDP time go for oil not the car buy. In fact, 2022, 2023, 2024. When you say, well, I can report now, meaning say what the minister does here, who may defend it. So when I can report, no, you never defend it.
What I can, man, call Jinaso. I am with the past say we're raising gold for oil and losses from gold for oil. What for
Makano gold for reserve.
Don't worry.
And not the hour.
Don't worry.
No.
Me say I'm the past say what can gold for oil. Of other kai say 2024 NDC are buying mujina I mean then NDC party mujina ye kon so say gold for oil program e de e ka twitwiri de aba e bi nsida problem about kom ha say enti e kire say ya mismanage ade no ye kire mu say e crisis management tool a ye introduce say ye dey make sure say ye benya supply of oil musimu ntie da of and de onkwala ne say we yan friend policy cost yan friend economic cost
no two different things
two different things and now come say for the greater public good na greater public good no and the costs aba na enu ade ene de na nya greater public good
the same argument here but Kojo can say many age what can say many age what say Momo press conference no
yeah
one can baby I say Sami just in the gold board na boka.
In fact, of how to me share video ni na. Me na me address a press conference.
Me just what's the one kasa me boy.
Issues 4 ni raise here. My list issues ni na.
No, me just say man can the bia say gold board and aboka.
Me say your class issue dia say ya boka 214 million to 300 million based on the interaction between Bank of Ghana any gold board and I cry the company and obi anti ni dinda. I friend Bar Rock ebe kan. Asemo e kan. It is a monga sa set to am question normally na mu. E use some dey no clear there.
Conference no.
Baby I dey one is na.
Gold board aboka. Amount for na kan keke. I agree with you. Any problem
there? Yeah, can press conference. No, my size is studio. I say you.
If I try no,
I am say you better bre na ya baba na wa ba na yetimi. Yetimi papa. Honorable Kopoku agric minister na no edi enkomo. Ma Kojo ebre amosha say motor good for reserve na ka bi buy.
You call inquiry na details baba. You na mix ani use. What I say? Ono say e ka bi buy.
Me bisa.
Me
So now wa ba mu. Now your information minister.
Me ba. Me na for public inquiry. Me say and then the people who be some me say details na baba. Or say our document bi a e kire say there was a reserve of 4.8 billion. Na me ka say nti e me de. Say om di ni na beba ho. Yes we di ni na e beba. Dia yes we wa ye di ni na beba. Na fi ya kotru ni na. What I say? Na say ko ba ne say na kani won na ka ba asem no ewo bebia asem no kwa kugina se ko ba ne se ne ka wo ho na wo be ka se managers of the economy sa time no o ma boy form e ne ka ba na ne wo de wo se yentremu as policy cost and economic cost and so be kirem de enti as time no na
wo kan sa
na ne de uyiwa no ye de na asem o ye kan paragraph 36 paragraph 52 of the IMF report and the risk analysis ne say mo boka $300 million
da ho
ne tell me can say konwa ne details
mo na mo sha say wo say o mampani dada be de akiri doctor
me the video na ma wo e so bo video na nsa na ya sorry me say wa
so eni me ho
me the amount producer
say
I catch any
bibi eni a obeti
say na obo me offer Eric video no obi be mo video.
When we had this crisis, I approached my boss when we had this crisis, as I saw our foreign exchange reserves continually dwindling. I approached my boss and suggested a novel way as a solution to the shortage of foreign exchange. I proposed that we leverage on gold to produce directly in exchange for the essential goods we import. He gave me the go-ahead to pilot the one critical import, petroleum products, the shortage of which would have completely derailed our economy. And that is what resulted in gold for oil. I am happy to say that the two policies that have helped rescue the economy from catastrophe in the recent crisis were the Bank of Ghana's domestic gold purchase program, which I proposed, and the gold for oil program. The pilot, these two policies, the pilot has worked for a number of companies and has worked for the countries. Some companies which wanted to repatriate dividends and couldn't do so because of foreign exchange constraints have suddenly been able to do so because of the gold purchase program. We have thus found a solution in the midst of this crisis and bringing together the pilot of this gold for oil and gold purchase programs. We have thus, through this crisis, we have suddenly found a solution to the profit repatriation problem that many businesses had without destabilizing our local currency. This also brings major comfort to foreign investors operating in our countries. I believe from the success of the pilot scheme, we can confidently say that we have found a solution to the age-old foreign exchange problem that successive governments have struggled to contain, and which invariably led to inflation and other macroeconomic challenges. My government will completely institutionalize what I will call the Gold for Forex program, even as we intensify efforts to transform the structure of the Ghanaian economy. Simply put, the domestic gold purchase program is a policy which allows the Bank of Ghana to boost our foreign exchange reserves by buying locally produced gold with cedis. Gold purchases from this program alone amounted to $5 billion in the last couple of years. With Ghana's unexplored gold reserves estimated at 5 billion ounces, with a market value of 10 trillion US dollars. My government will ramp up the gold purchase program to cover all major forex demands. We will cover all major forex demands with the gold purchase program. Put simply, if, for example, a company wants dollars, we will take their cedis and we will buy gold and we will give them their foreign currency. The gold purchase program will therefore provide the anchor that our local.
All right.
It will be the anchor for the local. No, see, Mami 2 minutes. Mami 2 minutes. Mfitiasie na ye start kan ye say aban we economic problems no mo solve ye de omo ye ni say ye program dada no emfaso e de aba no mo pompe so obeka ya governor ni say enyampa o mampani say good leadership ye pia o ma ansa na IMF for ebe so me ni say there be muntumi nye saa wa bra mo fa framework input in place to almost suspend the obekaya dollar understand started TB mo call Jubilee House na President G2 mo say Bank of Ghana ni jai intervention no because of for framework number no eno na ama currency na started tanking and then framework last one now the buy say busumi bia be so I was so announce e da ye kan parliament class say framework number say busumi bia was so announce no mean as ka don go say enye no kore and so when say January o ma announce say o mo the 1 billion and a eba this program. And I don't think that may Koyi Bank of Ghana document, 2021 document, paragraph 4. And you're very different from overseas gold that you kotofi abrochiri ebedu sa 8 tons.
Okay.
And till it is important to say, and ne as I say NDC abman edge ya tumuno. Yen rush over it. No be abeti as I said, the air cost no because of etikesia eso daipa Mahamudu Baumia program or the buy and yes. Now last point. So utie asempa interview na o producer boy no. Ewie no na me wofa say 2016 Yura Mahama na oko India and na no say the gold for reserves program beba. Okay. So okay.
Oso adwene ho.
Na mpacho program ono na say program na wo 1960. Program na wo 1960 no. Eba ne saying
and 2060
obi so the baba
Kojo
paragraph 4 ni paragraph 4 na wo overseas
am for back
in Bank of Ghana document
yeah hwe bibi wo say sa hihye no mo na mo de bae na bisa say efibre a mampani abedi echi Dr. Mahmoud Baumia de sa hihye ne ebae a ye good for oil good for reserve no e ka bi bae
and I say obi first of all for example good for oil e ka bae
okay.
No two ways about it.
Ekabai. Now good for reserve in this way.
And no, near say ekabai no. You call inquiry now on Femra.
Mini problem. Sir, you are a former information minister.
Mini problem.
See, maybe any anya she come to me because we say no, we say good for oil no. Ekabai.
My catcher say ekabai.
Now good for reserve no.
Me say me wa fire report. Don't stress. Don't worry.
Come good for oil reserve one some
now refi say abine start you know. Abine start here no say any good for reserves. Na gold for oil. Correct first statement ah. Omo say gold for oil. Bank of Ghana in Namiki loss.
Okay, and say no gold for
reserves. Said there be gold for reserves. One 7 year can. And no de abba. Sabutreme rashi. And no de abba say okay gold for reserves. No ye cry ye boka. Mini problem. mini problem
moboka
ne o se ye boka no onfa ne nkrata anye den
Kojo moboka
inquiry no
Kojo moboka
me se de o se ye boka no onfa nkrata ne mra inquiry now dey ti
moboka
say ye boka te ye boka e ba ne ten as that time no NDC for say ye di bone ye ntu ya bam na nne ono aboka no se ye mfre no policy cost economic cost ye be ko inquiry na say
enti oboka
ye me ka say boka me si ni po se ye boka no onfa nkrata mra
enti good for reserve no moboka
ma ye ne be tell you say na ba be you to treke me to do a different o se ya boka no
enti
onfa ne nkrata
ye den so ye ya mesumi ye bi no so no
so ye de nkrata be den
good for reserve na mo ye no moboka
me se ni o se ya boka no onfa nkrata mra
moboka
ni o se ya boka no onfa nkrata mra
good for
20 ubisa me 20 times answer we na benya
good for oil no moboka good for reserve the moboka
onfa ne nkrata anye den
all right
Kwajo
ya bre ayabe na say ye mija kwa ma ukọ na said the work no good for almost say 2022 moboka bi 2023 moboka 2024 moboka wo se mamoka na say on fan krata
no problem cry
all right and former information minister
on the first one make two matrix say musi PMMC aboka ma check data na enye no kre no of abetire say wan ka say PMMC
say wan ka ne sa
na o say eye Bank of Ghana no problem ti mo fa sankrata nye den emra mo de ba me so de be compare me data na ma catch say ka ho a me catch ka ni ho a me catch
enti assume say bia sa covid inquiry amaso e
assuming meba amaso e be me wawa because parliament adwuma ba ko ne say ye exercise oversight over the executive se bibi koso executive no mo parliament ne ba bia etena se ne si nkonwa ne ehwehwem na nkoye se wo se me se ye wa ban mu no se obekaya a me nua samoko je to ablakwa ebe ye press conference say o manya ne ntie say ye wura lancheman tin ton nkonwa wo di na bia se say utua 100,000 50,000 obetumi abetena ne nche ne friend cash for seats
yeah
okay
yeah
omo the motion by parliament say parliament nsin nkonwa ma yenhwem parliament ji tu mu say yenye den nsin nkonwa ma yenhwem because parliament hona say bibi kochema wo executive ni mu a yehwehwem untumi nkoboka $300 million na won ka say ema yenhwehwem ebe ye me nwanwa
okay
me wareshem ebo ho mpa say Mr. Speaker, ebeji atum say parliament nsin nkonwa send MPP time ye dey cash for seats by parliament nsin nkonwa hwem ne hwem. Secondly, the entire inquiry ni hu hia ne say me anka me de me ho ye mfaton say mbetena ha na say me ka say oh ye wo document bi esise ni say document no say me bo abe den ho me wo fa figures ya okay kan say ntina me say ye ko inquiry na no the document na den aba me I mean me wo fa you bi a me wo bu pa ama no but enye no kura obe den ho parliamentary committee na hona ye betumi ye supini witness eno ye supini want to nkasa wumba wo document be betumi order the production of the document hona ye be order Bank of Ghana say for report we bra gold board mra na say omum publish contract up till now omum pricing structure and keka na omum publish here me no betena say na say ye debate ba ku bi abondi o say friend no Abbas mumuni na say Abbas Nuruddin no aka say na me maka say na ye den ye ko enquiry ho na ye be ma order say monkofa contract we mra monfa power contract mra nipa 31 na mo say o mo apply ya obi an qualify monfa emra criteria no monfa mra na live obi ahwehwem ye hu ne ye hu ba bia mistake ni fi ne ya correct na my last point say ampa say gold for reserves eboka in the previous era and asan aboka in this era no krampo na kire say enquiry no hu hia so that we betumi ehun lessons no we correct no for the future and the inquiry ne de me srenya me sre Mr. Speaker o ma yenye public inquiry no na fi yenko into the details me ehun babia sa $300 million e ka we say between Bank of Ghana and Gold Board ne Bar Rock babia ka we fi buy any corrective measures e wo see take it going forward na sa ka we entumi ntwetwere Ghana for bo sa afebo
Kojo na kan kobo bebre won ka se bedi na
na ma tan kakranka won se me no opposition MP me nko bedi me ti aze
guest no so abaya abaya se o so mba na
ma ta ma ke ko ni kakra
anti me ma ayi December January 31st mo ko to aba
yeah
so far o hwe the bon krata na obi ade ne de ba
no correct
delegate de no kra no pay kra de o de bobo o say bam
Sekutu.
Sekutu say Babude. I'll say let me see. I'll say top clergy endorses Japan. Waha. And I feel Brian Champion also takes over Wale. Wale is one of my penny be the Baumiafi.
No correct.
Hey, Nasa on one if you Nasa Brian could take idea. Now the same asamabo.
Makaita Makoko and you do a press conference we are in a comfortable lead. Edu about to say obi a Canadian. A hono crampo and said I am a problem. But me the then said many Dr. Baumian literally many regions. Baby Bekubiano. Me to be na or start kasa na ma sorry akwa coordinator ne ne kofo di nkomo. Omo a ento mano no. Omo kire di ntia omo ento mano. Na dudu onara ahobrasem dudu onara ayo madwen se ombeto amano. Na utie nkomo ni na mu a ye party dudu onara bebre na nim se nipa num a yegina no nyina ya de hye. Akonwa na ato na omo prebi. But ba ku bi wo mu a ono na nekra no yedi ne ho nkomo ya yedi hwe oman ene currency appreciate a ye twe ne tese ne abase nkomo a yedi video aboy na hwan video a tikese so daipa and party voni na nim say papa we potoka say oye rich in ideas nyankopon adom na dom obi a wona adom me gina he me nye tenten gramo wo gina he e bia wo nye macho man uni ho ba wo wade bi a obi ni bi senia wo ye wadwuma ebisa wo questions etoto niema no obi beye dan onya bi ye wraba omia obetumi aka se omi wone na nso kakra me wone na nso kakra nye problem but ade ba ko aga na hia pa ade ba ko edi mu akotene pa eye ideas a ye de transform oman ne ideas no ho ba ko na ne ye di hu nkomo yi ne ideas no ba ko na ne ebi mu person omtwe koma Yura Mahama 2016 and I say 1960 ne ideas no ba ko na ne problem ana wo ho fiti 1957 abisi ne yetumi enya anodro na so obeka ya 2024 o cheche ne mabri o ka so obe credit system credit reference bureau na nka no nka ba mu a enka eno ho mfaso different from gold for reserves program ya ye ken o kan sa time no say o pese ye boosti private sector be 3% of GDP yen cutting fee budget no so ne fema private sector mfanya adwuma eno say senka ye wabamu ne ye ya enka mrantie ni mebu bebre a omo pa adwuma wo public sector no kasa opportunity aye create am na be omo ankasa omo adwuma omo ye enya ho mfaso a enye se aban tu ameka no ntu ameka
ade na man ye 8 years
oh ye started 4 years a na koye hwe inflation ya yenu anu kan wasem say inflation aba say 7% o say den ana say 6% ya 6% ye ba ban mu ye benya inflation 15% ye ti so amebedu 7.8 e ma basan ba 7.1 na asem abeto in 2020 wo kan yenu anu manis for that time wo kan metwe abo so sa how say ne omoji atum in fact gold for reserves program we say ye de ba first no menu ato forcing or you one of the people are or cassette domestic gold purchase program and no obo gold board abaso so o my ade any program corona that time no nyema bebre wo wa na ye ya omo twen abo so e kan ye ho asem ma ye ho ye Ghana fo ehi ba no omo bae no eno na omo use se nya asem we to ye 2020 e ba na enka ho kira ye kom no kenya de anka ye bekom but ho kira bi so wo a wo kom a ebie wani ma wo hu nyema bi nti ahokyere ne so ayekom na no so bie ye ni ma ye hu ne ma bi ye yaje atom se ye kwa aban mu mfie wotwe no ye ne ma bi wo hɔ a ye ne ma bi so wo hɔ a etosim ye sua ne ma bebre wo mu na nipa a obetumi adi yanim ma de ye yie ne de ye sua nyame ya dom ne nya akonya next time a ye de aye adwuma mana so aba ma Ghana fo no one Dr. Mahmoud Baumia a wo bo ne video sesi aye enne asama ye kan gold for reserves spell unim say ye nka gold for forex
the bejibre nyaka no so
there be nka ye wini abana nka in fact speech no tie speech now say large scale forex repatriation etre bia wo ho ye say MTN make profit of ahe omu yini na akọ se scan na ekọ na ma ye dollar no so ti
okay
o sin ka ye this program we say ya ebe so nti nka mfaso ye benya no eso sin dia ne krampo enka ye nya no enti ye party no mu de ampa obi a kan de ahobrasiem dodo na yesusu se ombeko Dr. Mahamudu Baumia side na mesre me fa de sede baako ento party fo anim eye fie nkomo ne yedi nti kasa ede oyini ba party ni mu kasa ema party no ho nya kono otan kasa sa kasa na ase ye pese osumbesi ni obentin ekono ye nyae emwaye wo candidate a wo support no said ya osusu se obetumi aye e de aboa party no ne oman no meso me kire me de na 31st ne 2 year ye nyina etumi aye atu se onua ye kobo na ha se wini anakotoko wini enu ano na mama ye ntokwa nyesa ye bewie no nka bom no ebe na djuma papo a MPP aye te say sa go for reserves program we I was say ye de campaign e ko ka se nuanom se mu nyina mahu say ye go for reserves program na no na omo yusu ye ka na omo se nyampa ene wa se ni na bededi aba e ka so omo pompe omo se nyampa se say wa se omo abeja tum se omo pompo 10 billion na nka wo akwala out fees $10 billion no ye adwuma bi na nka wonya bi ye ankenye
nti omane ya 10 billion so mfa so na
meba na nka sa campaign ye de akono yanka momu a sa campaign ye ntumi
10 billion no mama na nya so mfa so na
ntuma desrede oh no 10 billion no they are buying a decide say o de be ni so be pompo egu market no
na mo man wo kwan bia so
won mfa so na ochena no say price no so tia boys e besan akosie da dem because ene maka cho say enye me nkwa na me kan IMF so aka cho say de nti ene ba sa ne say yen abra e de buy in fact da no bi bisa me say na de na mo de buy no dollar no so anti because ye de buy no na gold price $1,700 an ounce and the gold sa say me you know $4,400
all right
nti mfa so no abo so ba mine decide say obe pompe
okay
yen a enka yen pompe ni bebre say ye de bisu be bibi foforo na aso aba ma obi otifie a oni adwuma ye no enya bi ba enya koba ne saa se say de ayehwe public inquiry no ne yakoni nyina de nkrata akoguo ne acha
nti sabere no good for reserve no ene de aka nyina no ebedi hu dwuma obi a from 2022 ben ye be Kojo I just say me can tell my brother to slow down aban papa ba o say aban papa ba ti no Erickson ma wa chama pa na eti Kojo ba dance